Alright guys, we've got a huge update on Mario and Luigi Brothership that I'm very excited to go over, and the possibilities for now at this point for the game and the future, and updates on various Nintendo Switch games. But before we get into that, what's good everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are someone new, and click that notification bell to get my Nintendo Switch RPG videos and more first. So one of my most anticipated games for the rest of 2024 is Mario and Luigi Brothership. This is the return after nearly a decade of the Mario and Luigi RPG series, which is different from the Paper Mario RPG series and the Super Mario RPG series, which are all kind of separate things. Although Paper Mario is kind of like the natural evolution of the Super Mario RPG series, but Mario and Luigi is a completely different type of thing. The gameplay is a bit different, with some similarities, but overall there are very different aspects to all three of these series, and many feel that Mario and Luigi is the best out of them. So when Nintendo announced that they're going to be having a brand new Mario and Luigi game after nearly a decade, I myself and many other people were very excited, but we didn't quite know who was developing it. The original developers of the Mario and Luigi series, Alpha Dream, shut down. They basically ran out of money. They had to go bankrupt, and a lot of the developers, we didn't know exactly where all of them went, but many of them went to Nintendo. Now, Nintendo did reveal that, yeah, some of the original developers that worked on the Mario and Luigi series are working on this new one, but they didn't actually state who are the developers of it. But now we have more information on this, which is very exciting, because have you heard of a little game called Octopath Traveler? Yeah, the developers behind Octopath Traveler, Square Enix fame. This is a joint collaboration with them. So Acquire, they made Tenchu, they made Way of the Samurai as well, and yes, the Octopath Traveler games. Acquire, they have co-developed the game with Nintendo, which once again, Nintendo's team does have some of the original Mario and Luigi developers on the staff here, and with Acquire, both teaming up to make this game. And I'll be honest here guys, this is quite possibly the best case scenario for Mario and Luigi Brothership. Acquire is a super talented developer. They are fantastic. I love what they've done with Octopath Traveler. If you're talking about a turn-based RPG, an old school but modern and turn-based RPG, and you're looking to bring some of that flavor in terms of knowing what players love about great turn-based RPGs to the Mario and Luigi series, Acquire is the developer to bring in, along with Nintendo and their kind of guidance and overview of this game. I think this pretty much boosts the game up even better to what I thought it could be. Now, don't get me wrong. Alpha Dream is awesome and they've done great work, but it's not like they've worked on a ton of HD games on the Nintendo Switch or bigger titles. Acquire has. They've been doing Octopath Traveler. They've done stuff on the HD systems. So I think it makes complete sense to bring in a developer like Acquire that knows about the type of games that Nintendo's trying to make and knows about the RPGs as well. And there's some other really cool information with Mario and Luigi Brothership as well, and that is the game is made in Unreal Engine, and now it makes sense because Acquire, they are co-developing this game with Nintendo, and what does Acquire use for a lot of their HD 2D games? Those are built in Unreal Engine 4 as well. So it makes complete sense that the game is using Unreal Engine 4 and that Acquire is teaming up with Nintendo for this. Now, the reason why that we know all of this is happening, because I didn't mention it before, is because the game has leaked pretty much, so people are kind of digging through a bit and finding some things, but this is definitely good. Now, the Unreal Engine stuff, that's just right on the back of the box, so you can see it right there. The game is coming out in the next few weeks. Yeah, it comes out on November 7th, so not next week, but the week after, we will be able to play Mario and Luigi Brothership. And I love the fact that it's at the beginning of the month. It's always cool because November, Black Friday is right around there. You want to make sure that you have your game before Black Friday, so family, friends, whatever the cases can pick it up. Christmas presents, even sometimes people give away stuff for Thanksgiving. Not most people, but some people do. So it's always good to have it right there when it comes for Black Friday. So I'm very excited to play this game. I think that this past few weeks or so has been absolutely incredible for RPG fans, especially Metaphor ReFantazio, which is my front runner for Game of the Year. I do want to play Mario and Luigi Brothership to see if they'll make it into my top 6, because my 6 is very unorthodox when it comes to it. Like, maybe I don't have everybody else's games that are in in there. But I think Mario and Luigi Brothership, now that we know the famed Octopath Traveler developers are co-developing this with Nintendo and some of the original Mario and Luigi staff, it makes sense that this game could be incredible. Now, based off of the previews, which have been going and making the rounds, it looks like this might be one of the better, if not the best game. People are very excited about it. Now, we have to see how the other characters and the story, the replay value, music, and all of that holds up. But going from what we got on the GBA and the Nintendo DS and the 3DS, all the way up to the Nintendo Switch is a multi-generation jump in terms of technology, and they've got a developer that can get the job done overall when it comes to the game. So very excited to see how Mario and Luigi Brothership ends up turning out. And now that I know this, I think I can give a little bit of a preview in terms of what I think like Metacritic score could be. And honestly, I feel that this could be a mid-80s, maybe even a little bit higher than that. I think it could be one of the higher scores that we've seen for the Mario and Luigi franchise in recent memory, although we haven't had many in recent memory in terms of brand new games. But I think that with the Octopath Traveler developers and Nintendo working together, definitely this could boost and elevate it to higher than what we could expect beforehand. So very cool to see that. And of course, Unreal Engine, I think the game's gonna look and run great as well. So what do you guys think overall with Mario and Luigi Brothership, some of the information that is coming out here with this game? I'm more excited about this overall. So let me know in the comment section below. But now we're going to move on to some other updates when it comes to Nintendo Switch games. Super Mario Party Jamboree, physical launch sales. How is this game doing overall? Now, one thing that I wanted to make sure that I didn't do with some of these follow-ups to big games, because I messed up when it comes to certain titles that we've seen before that released late in the Nintendo Switch life, and how they sell. Sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, they're gonna do better, bigger install base, but sometimes it's not like that. People are okay with what they already have, or maybe they're gonna buy it later, or maybe they're waiting for the Switch 2 enhancements, updates. You don't know, right? There's millions of people who buy and play these games. But now we have a bit of an update in the UK, as Super Mario Party Jamboree sales are 35% bigger than Mario Party Superstars physical retail stores. So that's definitely a good thing to see overall. Now, Mario Party Superstars is an interesting game because it's a kind of a collection of all of the best old school Mario Party games. And from the Mario Party fans that I've spoke to, I had a big Mario Party giveaway and game night the other night, and all those people there that were playing Party Man and Chupa and all them, they're all big Mario Party fans, and they all tell me, yeah, Mario Party Superstars was great, but there was this, and this that was a problem. This is the true evolution of Mario Party, apparently, and it's reflecting, at least in the UK sales so far. So if you're looking at 35% bigger than Mario Party Superstars, it was the #1 game there. But once again, UK, not the biggest area, so it doesn't really say anything quite to yet on how exactly things are going to go, but it's a very good start, and definitely something that you want to see. Now, checking over here on Amazon US, it's the #1 game. It's actually even a little bit cheaper. You can get it for $54 on Amazon. It's the #1 game. It's doing really well, apparently, and I'm pretty sure it's going to debut #1 on the eShop in multiple different regions. People love buying games like this digital because it's a Mario Party game. You'll probably be playing it off and on for years, depending on like how much you like Mario Party or not. So it's pretty cool. Now, another thing is that the game is actually in 2 different spots, because there is the European version and then there is the normal ESRB version here in the US. So it's at the #7 spot and the #1 spot, so you can add those together. So overall, looking pretty good for Super Mario Party Jamboree. I played the game for the first time the other night with the community, and it's a ton of fun. I love the new pro rules. I think that the pro rules, you still get the craziness of Mario Party, but at the same time, it's not so crazy luck all over the place. So I did enjoy that. The games seemed very fun. The 2v2 games seemed fun. The 1v3 games seemed fun. There's a lot of games that are kind of music based and other things. So I think that it's a really solid entry, and Mario Party fans should absolutely go out there and pick it up if they are into Mario Party. So I think that that's cool, and I'm happy to see that Super Mario Party Jamboree is off to a very good start, showing that the Nintendo Switch's age is just a number at this point, man. People are still buying and loving the games that are coming out, but Nintendo's definitely moving on. Obviously, they got the next system coming up probably in the first half of 2025, so we should hear more about that? I would say sometime soon, within the next couple months or so. I'm pretty sure Nintendo will reveal the Nintendo Switch 2 at some point. And all these games are going to be backwards compatible anyway, so you'll be able to play them. You'll have an instant library, at least in my opinion. I think that's what Nintendo is going to do. Now, we are going to move on to another story here with the Nintendo Switch. We're going to talk about The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom sneakily becoming many people's Game of the Year candidates out here, because people are starting to finish up the game and saying it's one of the better Zelda games that Nintendo's put out. So let's talk about this new patch notes, and I don't think it fixes the issues that I have with the game when it comes to some of the frame rate stuff that we see, but it is an update. So version 1.0.2, we've got the patch notes here. Here's what Nintendo says about the update. So they fixed an issue where there's an invisible wall at the entrance of Goron City would impede progress during a main quest at Elden Volcano. Fixed an issue at a particular location where the player could target empty space, then bind to that target and pull away. That would impede progress. Also fixed various issues to create a smoother gaming experience. And I'm probably thinking one of those issues was the issue that people could actually use Link at the beginning. Somehow you can glitch your way to actually having Link like in the overworld and all that from the beginning. So I'm pretty sure that got patched out. And a smoother gameplay experience. I'm pretty sure they didn't fix all the frame rate issues that are in the overworld and some of them in the dungeons once you do different things. It would be cool though if they did smooth it out a little bit, but I doubt that it did all that because I couldn't find anything that said that it did at this point. But if you guys saw that it's a little bit better, let me know. I'm still going through the game myself, so I still have to kind of see, but I'm enjoying it. I still think it's a really good game. It just came out at an interesting time for me to play because like Metaphor Refantasia was right around the corner. I was so hyped to play that, still playing that game. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get back to it when it comes to The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. And we are going to briefly move on to the final thing, and I really can't talk about it too much because I actually got accepted into the Nintendo Switch playtest online. But if you do want to know what all of that was about, the information is out there, like what it is and all of that. And I can say that it's not GameCube. People were talking about GameCube stuff. It's not GameCube overall, but it's a very interesting concept, and I think that going into the next generation for Nintendo, it's very important that they're online and their servers and all that can handle this type of mass creation or mass type of things that potentially this thing is doing or not based off of what people are talking about. So to me, this seems like a server upgrade disguised as a game, but essentially stress testing the servers and what they're going to be able to do for the next generation. We'll see overall. Can't really talk about it too much. Nintendo does not want people talking about it, but based off of what I saw, it seems like some of that stuff is happening with it. But what do you guys think overall when it comes to all the different topics here with the Nintendo Switch? We got Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom update, Mario and Luigi Brothership, Super Mario Party Jamboree. This was a lot here. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this one here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and check out my other Nintendo Switch RPG videos and more right here on screen. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.